Hi, Nate Ridgway here, and today I'm going to be talking about mild interventions, which is special needs, and 4 hypotheticals in the classroom and ways to intervene. So for a little bit of background and context on this, we need to back up. So students in school, especially those with mild disabilities, find that they have, less access to the curriculum than the average student. And for many kids who have special needs, not only is this incredibly frustrating and they ask, well, why me? But for teachers, it presents a problem where they need to develop a new repertoire of tools and skills and basically a toolkit of accommodations that they can use to make a difference in those students' lives. So today, I'm going to be talking about some high-tech interventions and some low-tech interventions that you can have for options in the classroom. So first, for a student with a mild visual impairment, and let's say that she's a freshman in high school who just loves math and loves every single bit of math, geometry, calculus, you name it. And for a low-tech option, let's do what's called a pair and share. And this is an activity where she's going to talk about a problem with her and a partner, or it could be her and a shoulder buddy, if that's another common term. And what they're going to do is that this is a great activity for her to auditory process what's going on in the class and then share it out with the class as a whole. If she can have a math problem on her page while it's close, even better that we're providing an appropriate accommodation. For a high-tech option, well, why not podcasting? This would be a fantastic way for her to share what she knows without needing to visually process information. She can speak what she knows. Great. Let's move on to student number 2, who's going to be a young male with an auditory impairment, and he really struggles to hear well. So, with some visual prompting on the board being in Mr. Ridgway's class, let's have him do a 4 corners activity. Here, you make students kinesthetically move to one of 4 corners, usually strongly agree, disagree, or strongly disagree, depending on what they feel about a statement. Having this student be able to move from square to square really assists him being able to share his opinion without being able to hear. And for a high-tech option, why not a blog like Tumblr or WordPress, or another kind of social posting site? Here, what one can hear is, matters less. And hearing really submits to, meaningful learning. So one example of this in really good practice is My Big Campus, and I really encourage you guys to go check that one out. Let's move on to our next student, student number 3, who has an orthopedic impairment and has some difficulty moving around the classroom. Let's get creative with this one. Poetry, short writing. I think these would all be really great ideas for him or her to do in the classroom. And for high tech for student number 3, how about a digital story? Ever heard of a digital story before? It's a really cool narrative activity that you can do with students. And, they're really, really neat. They're kind of like a narrated film strip that you kind of have to imagine in your mind. If you're confused about this, it's simply basically a quick write in a more techie format, perfect for our students' particular orthopedic need. And lastly, student number 4, who will say, has ADHD. Disclaimer, however, that with a person with ADHD myself, I have to be careful because no 2 students with ADHD are alike, and everybody's different. So what will work with me will not work with everyone. But for a student with ADHD, one low-tech strategy that we can do is drawing pictures to correspond with their notes. Let's say that your student's in biology and needs some extra engagement. Rather than just talking about what the word proximal and distal mean, have the student draw an example of proximal in practice. For high-tech, why not Twitter or My Big Campus would be an excellent idea for this student to share their ideas and thoughts. Basically, it comes down to playing to your student's strengths, such as auditory, visual, or kinesthetic. And again, thanks for watching. If you have other ideas, post them here, or send them to the Twitter handle @TeachTriathlons.